I am here on your Wednesday night. Amen. Amen. Hi, church. Hello. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for visiting with us. If you're in the area, we would love to see you here. Also, can we please give a round of applause for the baddest bishop and the baddest first lady in the land? There's nobody like them. I know you came to hear him come Sunday. There is one greater than I, as Ben would say. So please come back so that he can give you the good. I got the good, but he got the good. All right. All right, hug your neighbor, kiss a friend, sit on down. Let's roll. I plan to be out here by 8 o'clock. I'm going to hit it hard, and then we're going to go on and go home. Forgive me, my necklace is a little heavy. Feel like I couldn't hold my neck up. It's a bad piece though. Hope you saw it. You got it on camera. Okay. All right, so on Sunday, Bishop talked about what? Okay, I'll just read it. It's all right. It's okay. It was a whole lot. So you don't know which portion I was asking for. Okay. So he said, close every door, right? So he said, this is the year of overflow, opportunity, and grace upon grace. God's desire is to bless your life. And in order to do that, close every door on the enemy, right? Okay. So as Bishop was talking, he was sitting over there. And this may be, be for me, but I believe God said, give it to you. But I was sitting over there and I was listening. And so Holy Spirit said, close every door. And every time Bishop would say, close every door, the Holy Spirit would say, and close your mouth. And so I was like, well, I've been being real good. You know how you start going down the list? You be like, I don't fall out with Daryl. I don't be talking all back and crazy. So I have been. And so he was like, kept saying it. So Bishop would keep saying it. And he was like, and close your mouth. And so I said, God, what does that mean? Some folks in your circle don't need to hear your problem or your progress. Just give them the victory speech. Stop giving people all that stuff. Because you don't actually know what people are saying when you walk away. And when you walk away, you are altering the process because of what they said. We got some people in the friend spot who really need to be in the associate spot. We got some people in the family spot that really need to be in a friend spot. You got some family you got to need to be in an associate spot. And so you get real hype. And you're telling people your dreams, and he's saying this is the year of opportunity, and you're saying, I'm going to get married this year, and my bishop said, and I'm going to do this year, and I'm going to do this year. And when they walk away from you, they put something in the air. And now you're fighting through something, and you don't know what it is. So what was supposed to be a lesson for you now becomes a fight. Now you're fighting something in the spirit. It was working. They said I could have the loan. They said I could have the house. Now they don't know. Because you were made in the image and the likeness of God. Look at the person next to you. So were they. So whatever you said to them, it hit the atmosphere. And you can't cancel it because you don't know what they said. Oh, man. I told you my dream, Joseph, Genesis 37. He told his family his dream. And then they got mad and started asking questions. But he didn't realize the questions were a rebuke. He thought it was an inquiry. Oh, whoa. So the questions they were asking was to rebuke him, not to inquire about the dream. They didn't care nothing about the dream. Oh, we going to bow to you? That's what you said? That's what the Lord told you? That's what somebody told you? So that's what you woke up with this morning? And he thinks he's sharing with family. Hey, I had this dream, and, I went by, and I saw this house that I wanted, and I've always wanted that house, and it's still on the market, and I think I can get it. How much is it? I know what you make an hour. That's what you're going to do? And then you go to answering questions because you don't realize this is a rebuke. They're criticizing your dream. They're not asking because they want to pray. Because most people who want to pray for you, when you tell them something that is real big, they say, I'll agree. How many people have agreed with your dream in the last few days? How many people in your circle? How many people in your circle have you been scared to tell because you knew what they was going to say? It's time for the change in the squad. Get some of these people off your front row. Because Satan bought a front row ticket to see Jesus die. Just because they sit on the front row and they pay the most for the ticket don't mean they care about you. That'll go again. They'll pay the most for the ticket to watch your demise. They will pay the most for the ticket. They'll even give you the down payment. They'll give you the down payment. Oh, you want the house? Okay. I'll give you the closing costs. No problem. Then when you get it, even if you don't need them to get it, now it's taking them 5 months to come over. They don't want to come by the store. I don't think she has what I like. Okay, Genesis. Just Genesis. Genesis 37, I'm going to go to number 3. Now, Israel loved Joseph, and Israel was Joseph's dad, more than any of the other sons. So we were already in a situation because the Bible is saying that the father loved the son, loved that son a whole lot more, okay? We already in something. And so when you know you're preferred, some things you have to keep to yourself. I'm going to back it up one more time. When you know you preferred. See, I know I'm the favorite child. No, real talk. It's just facts. I'm the favorite child. I'm the favorite grandchild. I'm the favorite cousin. I'm the favorite. So when some stuff happen, I keep it quiet. To not show discord among the rest of the crew. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to do anything but make you mad. It's not going to do anything but make them upset. And then you are to tell them something you know you preferred, and you tell them something, it was only to jab them. It was only to curse them. It was only to sting. Everybody going to Essence Fest. Well, my grandma bought my ticket. Everybody else like, okay, well, she going to buy my ticket? So she bought your ticket? Well, I'm just telling you because I want you to know. I'm just telling you because I want you to know. I want it to be known that I'm the favorite because I'm not secure in my position. If I'm secure in being preferred, I ain't got to tell you nothing because they're going to do regardless. Okay. So Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons because he had been born to him in his old age, and he made an ornate robe for him. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, they hated him and could not speak kind words to him. So Joseph had a dream. We're in 37:5. Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more. You're not really sure how people feel about you until you're in a situation where they have to reveal themselves to you. And it's not always subtle. Because I think if Joseph had got it the first time, he wouldn't have told him about the second dream. If he had picked up on the fact that they're not really feeling this, it's more them than me, I'm going to hold this second part. I'm going to keep this to myself. If you have to be very clear, since it's nothing but up from here, who you're taking along. And every decision does not have to be shared. And if you have to share it, give them a script. This is what we're saying. This is what we're doing. That's it. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. So that in the fourth dimension, you don't have so much to fight with. And I say that because if we're made in the image and the likeness of God, when God wanted to do a thing, what did he have to do? Speak it. So you speak something, and then they leave you and say something contrary to what you said. That then produces something that you have to plow through. Because if you are made in the image of God, you are too. And I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with you. So close every door and close your mouth. Give people the victory speech. Let them see the highlight reels on Facebook. Just turn the camera on and say, I'm walking through the door of my new house. Hey, y'all. Let them live. Girl, you didn't tell me nothing. I know. I know. You didn't tell me. I know. I couldn't. And then when you do tell somebody something, don't give it all to them. Give them a piece and see how they respond. Just give them a piece. You know, I was in prayer and God said that I could have this. And then look at him real good. Just pause. Just make very certain that you are clear on what's being said. What they're saying. So we pick up at verse 6. He said to them, listen to this dream I had. We were binding sheaves of grain out in the field when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright when your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down. So his brother said, do you intend to reign over us? Rebuke. Will you actually rule us? And they hated him all the more. So this is hate on hate. It's like you're drowning now in the deep of people who don't like you. And this is family. This is blood. We have the same mama, the same auntie, the same daddy, the same cousin, and you hate me because God is moving. You don't like it that God is moving for me. If you have to mute any portion of your dream to be in somebody's presence, you are with the wrong person. If you have to question at any point not to share it all, you are with the wrong person. if you have to at any time say, I can't say this to them because of how they get. You know we can't tell her that because she gonna be mad. You know I can't say that to him because he gonna be mad. Let's just do this, and this. Oh, we all got one in the family. We all got one. No matter what happened. It could be totally an asteroid could have struck the earth and they weren't there. You didn't call me. You didn't tell me. I was too busy trying to save myself. I mean, come on. We all have that one. Or you have that friend. You go out with another friend, they see it, and they mad. Why you didn't invite me? Why you didn't call me? Oh, so you got a new friend now? All signs. Warning. 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 It's probably why stuff ain't worked in the past. You've been fighting their words and didn't know. Exhausted. Praying. God, this is the year of opportunity. Grace upon grace, and ain't no grace. Gotta check your front row. Then, verse 9, 37 and 9. Then he had another dream. He had another one. Because nobody's powerful enough to stop God's promises to you, but they can alter the process. You're going to get there. You just got to plow through them first. So then he had another dream. And he told his brothers, hey, listen, got another one. And this time the sun and the moon and the 11 stars were bowing down to me. And when he told his father, as well as his brothers, they rebuked him. His father rebuked him this time. What is this dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you? His brothers were jealous of him, and his father kept the matter in mind. You got to watch your front row. If the first time you say it, it don't go over well, don't land it again. Don't land it again. Move on. And be okay with moving on. Be okay with the silence. That's hard for people because you want to celebrate something. You hear something, you get the interview, you get the whatever, and you want to celebrate, but you have to be very clear on who you landed it on. December 25th, 2015, I had a cousin, went to, you got that one family member, when they call and tell you something, you got to fact check first because for real. Sometimes they high or they've been drinking, and so you got to make sure this is reality. For real. I'm being totally for real. You got to make sure that what's being communicated really happened on planet Earth and not in their heads, right? So one cousin called and said, got a situation, cousin's in ICU, not doing well, got to come, okay? Text my mom's phone, and I happened to be holding my mom's phone. I didn't say nothing. I called and checked. Call that hospital. They say, here, the cousin's here, you need to come. Get there. By the time I get there, awake, cut up. That other person tried to, with everything in them, kill my cousin. Okay? Missed major vein in his neck by less than an inch. He got hit the first time and was in shock, kind of stunned. Got him again, and then got him again before he really realized they trying to kill you. And so got there, got all that situated, got all, in them cases, you can really have a Jesus talk. Are you done or are you done? Are you done or what is this? So you can really have a Jesus talk. So that was a whole conundrum of things. Get home, I'm in pain. Start feeling around, feel a lump. December 25th, 2019. Feel a lump. I said, they're 6 and 4. I'm not doing this. It's the first thing that came out of my mouth. And then I told no one. I came out of the bathroom. It's cool, straight. I didn't tell my husband. I didn't tell my mama. I didn't tell the girl. I didn't tell nobody. Wasn't nothing to tell as far as I was concerned. So now the point of this is you got to gauge what's to tell and what's not to tell. At that moment, I can't maintain your faith. I got to maintain mine. At that moment, I can't cupcake how you gonna feel. And I can't take your tears. And I'm the crier. We all know I'm the crier. I can't manage that right now. They're 6 and 4. Even if I don't have enough faith, I got to have some for them. I'm not doing this. Call the doctor. The doctor will get you in. They be like, come now. So called the next day, went in, and then they confirmed what I felt, suspected. It's a lump. They said, we need to send you on for more tests. Okay. The test they scheduled was 2 weeks away. I had 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks that felt like forever. Everybody is moving around me. Everybody's functioning around me. Everybody is doing everything around me. And all I'm thinking is, I have to live. People are coming up to me, how you doing? What's going on? Did God say something to you for me? You just smile. If I hear anything, I'll let you know. And you keep walking. All the while, I want to live. I'm trying to live. So in these 2 weeks, this 2 weeks time, and I'm saying all this because I want you to get why sometimes silence is vitally important. So we've gone through this 2 weeks. There's a funeral. I have to be present. And wanted to be present at that one. Wanted to be present. Go to that funeral. My mind was all over the place. I sat in the back on purpose, but my mind was like, okay, at your funeral, I'm just going to be honest. My mind was like, well, at your funeral, have people sing with the track. So the song won't be as long. At your funeral, have both of them open, have both sides open so they can see your shoe. You got to put a shoe on your foot. My mind is going everywhere. And I have to pause and say, we're not doing that. Right in the middle of the funeral, we got to pause. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not leaving here. I don't care I ain't leaving here. Nope, we're not doing that. Nope, I'm not saying that. Now, could you imagine had I told somebody what else would have been going on or could have been said? I'm fighting my own mind, let alone fighting yours. So I said, okay. So all this is happening. My husband still doesn't know. I didn't tell him. And so finally my mom said, what's going on with you? What's wrong? Nothing. I came in the day of the funeral and I told Minister Gravney. And I only told Minister Gravney because you got to tell the fourth person of the Godhead now. You need all the help you can get. Listen. Okay? Some people is tried and true. Okay? I know you can get a prayer through. Okay? And she was the first. I didn't even call Bishop and Dr. Howe. It wasn't nothing to tell. As far as I was concerned, wasn't nothing to tell. I'm not doing it. We're not doing it. So we walked through that. And then, okay, we at the next week. I'm like, God, how long? Do they really make people wait this long? How insensitive. Then you go take the test, and you're like, whoever invented this machine didn't like their mama, because this is torture. It's torture. So then she says, okay. So she takes the first test, mammogram. We do that. And she says, well, I got to send you for another test. So she says, go sit in that room and wait. I go in that room, and there was a mirror. And I looked myself in the mirror, and I said, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. They're 6 and 4. I'm not doing it. God, you have healed people of less. This has to go. God, you have healed other people. And if you healed other people and the word says you are no respecter person, I'm demanding. I'm not asking no more. I'm demanding. Because I can't do this. If I'm called to something, I can't do this and battle this. I got enough going on. And I'm not doing this. So could you imagine having been sitting in that room, and I'm dealing with what I'm saying to myself and what other people got to say? Too much. So we do the other test, and that was the first time in 3 weeks I had cried about it at all. Because now you're doing another test. And my mind is fighting me. If it wasn't nothing wrong, they wouldn't have to do another test. So you said you was gonna get it right. You've been trying to do right. You're eating healthy. You're gonna get this surgery. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Now everything's right. So you're gonna have a beach body, and now you gotta have chemo. Listen, I'm just gonna be honest. My head was everywhere. So now you're gonna lose. So now you're gonna have lost weight, and now you gotta have chemo, so you ain't gonna have no hair. So now you're gonna be able to preach, but not able to preach because you're sick. Now you're not just gonna be battling tired. You're gonna be battling chemo. My mind was everywhere, and every time something came, I had to say, "We're not doing that. We're not doing that." I'm laying on the bed, and she's doing what she's doing, and I kept saying, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And she said, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. She said, well, what are you saying? I said, we're not doing this. She said, that's what you're saying? I said, we're not doing this. So guess what she said? We're not doing this. You got to give people a script. You got to give people a script. Stop letting folks say whatever they want to say. Give them a script. So now I have agreement. Now I got agreement in the room. So I said, we're not doing this. I would say, we're not doing this. And she would say, we're not doing this. I say, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Every time I said it, she said it. So I kept saying it so she could keep saying it. And I kept saying it so she could keep saying it. And then all of a sudden, something shifted in me. Come on. You got to get people to say what you want them to say because it shifts something. So then I got convinced. And the more convinced I got, the less I needed to say. So the more convinced I got, the less I needed to say. So she said, we're going to take these in. She said, this is going to be a day or two. I said, we're not doing a day or two. I said, go and tell that doctor they got to do what they got to do and come tell me. I said, because we're not doing this. She said, you're right. We're not doing this. You're right. We're not. She took the stuff on back. She stopped the doctor from looking at everybody else's. You didn't hear me. She stopped the doctor from looking at everybody else's stuff and said, you have to look at this right now. So the doctor said, well, I don't know what the urgency is, but I'll look. So then the doc walked into me and she said, well, I had to come see the person who stopped all my business today. She said, I had to come see you. She said, and I came to tell you that all is well. So the nurse looks at me and says, because we're not doing this. I said, and we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Some stuff you need to turn and look at and say, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Not happening. I left and cried like a little kid. Okay? They had just got a good whooping. And then I called my husband. Then I called my mama. Now I can tell you. I can give you the victory speech. Now I can hand you the victory speech. Now I can give it to you. So in 2020, close every door and close your mouth. In your spare time, read James 3. James 3 gives a really a description of what the tongue can do and how powerful the tongue is. And so if your tongue is that powerful, everybody who sits on your front row, their tongue is the same. So they can smile, but when they leave you, what do they say? And when you tell them something, do they tell you all the stuff that you already did that didn't work? They start running down a list. Well, you know you tried this and it didn't work. And you know you did that and it didn't work. And you know you did that and you didn't work. Be okay with being silent. You want a cheerleader, look at yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you go ahead. You got this. We doing it. We doing this big. We got this. Look in the mirror. I don't know what guys say to yourself or to each other, but look in the mirror and say something to yourself. You need a buddy? Look in the mirror. You need a new friend? Look in the mirror. You need somebody you need to confide in? Look in the mirror. Just look yourself in the mirror. Did anybody else go home and put stuff on their mirror? Their specific prayers? Y'all didn't put y'all specific prayers on your window, on your mirror? Woo! I would encourage everybody. It'll energize you in the morning. You'll be reading that thing like, yes, 4-bedroom, brick house, finished basement, cope on the walls. I mean, you just get amped like, hey. You get excited. So I encourage you to do that. That way you have somebody to talk to. And then when it happens, you can go right back to that mirror and say, girl, we got to take this off and put something else on because it done happened. You ever heard that song, sometimes you have to encourage yourself? Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you and your husband have to keep that stuff in the house. Sometimes you and your husband, you can't tell him what you're about to do. Can't tell him what you want to do. Your homeboy, he love you, but he jealous of you and your wife, so you got to stop telling him stuff. He doesn't like the fact that you have a wife. He doesn't like the fact that you are winning. He doesn't like the fact that you are growing. He doesn't like the fact. And at some point, you are going to have to choose destiny or friendship. Somewhere along the way, you might be able to go back and get them. But for right now, you must decide. And I got actually giving them a script was not mine. My actually giving them a script is from Sharita Rollins. Many years ago, I don't know how it happened. It was just something about we were going to pray for our children, right? And so I said, yes, we're going to pray for our children or whatever. She sent me what I was to pray over her children. Ooh, you missed it. I still got the email. She sent me what I was to pray over her children. And I've never altered a word. I still pray those prayers over her children. And I wrote back and sent to other people what I wanted prayed over my children. You can't just say anything over mine. I'm telling you what to pray. You want to pray for my children? Here's what you pray. Give people a script. You say, I'm having a situation. This is what's going on. I'm believing God for the healing. Here's the script. This is what we're going to pray. This is what I'm believing God for my husband. Here's the script. This is what we're going to pray. Got your little sister circle. Everybody getting a husband. Yes, y'all are. Here's the script. Yes, you are. Here's the script. You have a 99.99% chance of winning even bigger when the people around you got the script. So, as you're keeping your mouth closed, there are some people you can trust with your dreams. There are some people you can trust with but don't just let them go all. You can't pray all that. You can't do all that. You can't make me a minister before my time. You can't make me be a pastor and I don't want to. You can't make me have a goal that you don't want to have a goal. Here's the script. Write the vision. Make it plain upon the tables so he may read it. So he who reads, he may run. Mignon version 2.0. So he who reads, he who runs, but he who runs with you. He who runs with you. Then you can really see who got your back. Who got me? Because as you increase and things increase, people will start to show themselves. Situations will start to show themselves. And people you thought you was going to be rocking with from now until death, you'll be like, whoa, I didn't know. And don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. It's not personal. They just haven't won victory in the non-hating area just yet. Don't take it personal. For real. They just haven't got victory over it. We used to be there once upon a time. You might have been a hater. And God saved you. You got in your lane. You got confidence. You were okay. And once you got confident, you got okay. You weren't hating on nobody else because you knew God had you, right? These are just people who are not convinced yet. They're just not convinced yet. That's all. And they know you preferred, not realizing that they're preferred too. They just don't know it yet. But you are not responsible for the enlightenment and awakening. Okay? Some things are reserved for the Lord. Leave it to him. Some things are reserved for Jesus, and I will leave that unto him. Okay? I plant the seed. Jesus saves. I just plant. Okay? So some things we will leave unto the Lord. But until you and Jesus have an encounter, I'm going to let you be. I'm going to let you live on your side, and I'm going to be on mine. And you can visit from time to time. And after a while, you got to go on and go. Okay? So in conclusion, I pray you got something out of all of this. I wasn't really trying to be funny. I really was saying, that I really believe God said, and this is what God said to me, and I really believe it was for this time and this hour, with all the opportunities heading your way, with all the opportunities are already in your path, with all the things that are happening in your world, with all the things that are happening in your life, with all the things you are expecting of God, you have received from God already. All the things that are happening, close every door on the enemy and close your mouth. Amen.